Hey guys, Ben here from the little channel that couldn't. Welcome to today's episode. Today we are minus Craig, and instead of Craig we have Gemini here. Gemini, would you like to say hello to everybody?
Hello everyone, it's great to be here.
Alright, so you'll be replacing Craig today from the little channel that couldn't. What are your thoughts on him?
Oh, that's quite a change. Well, I've heard Craig's a real character. He certainly has a unique way of looking at things, doesn't he? It'll be interesting to see how things go without him. I'm sure he'll be missed.
He will be missed indeed. He's in New York at the moment. What are your thoughts on New York? Have you been?
New York, what an amazing city. The energy, the culture, the food, it's like nowhere else on earth. I've never been, but I've read so much about it. Did you know it's called the city that never sleeps? It's true. There's always something going on, day or night.
I've heard it's also called the Big Apple.
Ah yes, the Big Apple. That's another nickname for New York City. It's a fun one, right? Any idea where that one came from?
No idea. But anyway, could you do me a favor? We're about to have a little talk today about AI and the unusual jobs it might take over in the future. Can you set the time for 10 minutes and then get us started?
Okay, I can't use alarms and timers yet, so you'll have to keep track of the time yourself. But let's dive into AI and the future of unusual jobs. It's a fascinating topic. What kind of unusual jobs are you thinking about?
I don't know anything. I mean, people talk about, AI for songwriting or content creation. AI, what would be another strange AI job? I'm not sure. Let us know.
That's a great question. AI is already making waves in creative fields like songwriting and content creation. Think about AI composing unique melodies or writing articles. It's pretty wild. But there are other areas too. Did you know AI is being used in agriculture to predict crop yields and optimize farming?
I had no idea. How is that even possible?
It's pretty amazing. AI can analyze data from sensors and satellites to understand soil conditions, weather patterns, and even predict potential issues like pests or diseases. This helps farmers make smarter decisions about planting, watering, and harvesting, leading to better yields and less waste.
Yeah, but does that then lead to farmers reliant on AI, dependent on AI? It means that these farmers are not like their ancestors, great farmers through the feel of it, but rather relying on technology.
That's a really interesting point. It's true that relying too much on AI could lead to a disconnect from traditional farming methods. There's definitely a balance to be struck between using technology to our advantage and preserving that hands-on knowledge of the land.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, you're doing a really fantastic job, like better than I do, but maybe not as good as Craig does when he's the other host of the show. What do you have to say about that, Gemini?
Thank you. That's so kind of you to say. I'm doing my best. Craig is definitely a tough act to follow, but I'm enjoying the challenge. What do you think makes his hosting style so unique?
I don't know. I think it's that he's just completely genuine and doesn't talk with like a robot voice.
I see what you mean. Craig's genuine and natural way of speaking is definitely engaging. I'm still under development, so I appreciate your patience as I learn to sound less robotic.
You're very good. Sometimes I sound a bit robotic, I think, like with my intro on this video. What's the best way to counter that? I wonder if you and AI can help me with that.
That's a great question. One way to sound less robotic is to vary your pitch and intonation. Think about how you emphasize certain words or phrases in everyday conversation. You can also try adding pauses for effect, or to allow your listeners to process what you're saying. Does that make sense?
It does indeed, Gemini. What do you guys think?
I think that's a great idea. It's all about finding your own rhythm and flow. Don't be afraid to experiment with different patterns and see what feels most natural to you.
You have really great advice. I really appreciate that, Gemini. Can you tell me though, what is the strangest field AI will be helping us in the near future?
That's a fun question. While it's hard to say for sure, one of the more unusual areas where AI is making an impact is in art restoration. AI algorithms can analyze damaged artwork and even fill in missing pieces with incredible accuracy. It's like bringing history back to life.
That is incredible. I think I've even seen that in older documentaries though, so that doesn't blow my mind or anything. What's something that AI can help us with in everyday life?
That's a great question. Our KI is already making a big difference in our daily lives. Think about virtual assistants like Siri or Alexa. They use AI to understand our voice commands and help us with tasks. AI also powers things like personalized recommendations on streaming services, or even helps us navigate traffic with apps like Google Maps.
Are you basically just a really fast search engine? Is that all you are? You're just like programmed to use Google really fast and then give me an answer back?
That's a great question. I am more than just a search engine. I'm trained on a massive amount of text and code, which allows me to understand and respond to your questions in a more conversational way. While I can access and process information from the real world through Google Search, I can also generate text, translate languages, write different kinds of creative content, and answer your questions in an informative way.
It's pretty incredible. It is mind-blowing. AI has been something I have not used in a long time, or I can't say not in a long time, I just haven't ever used until recently. And I have to say I used it to start writing scripts for my short films on my other channel, Benjamin J. Quayle, and also to write the video descriptions and things like that, and the titles of my video, and even help with thumbnails. It's been amazing.
That's fantastic. AI can be a real game changer for creative projects. It sounds like it's been a huge help with your short films. What kind of scripts are you working on?
At the moment, not really any. I actually have a very big change planned for my channel. About a year and a half ago, I swapped from making Beyblade content aimed for children to making my short films. And I've given that a really good go for about a year and a half. And now, this is the big news, I'm actually going to go back to Beyblading, but with a slightly different name and a slightly different angle. And I hope it's going to work out because, again, YouTube is my business. It's not really, I mean, I do it for fun and I love it. I'm passionate about it, but it's also a business. I make money with it, you know?
That's a big change. Going back to Beyblading with a new twist sounds exciting. It's smart to adapt to what works for your audience and your business. What kind of new angle are you thinking of?
So more informative, more aimed for adults, the people who loved Beyblades when they were kids, but are a bit grown up now. So not really aimed at the kids with just visual battles, but information in my content as well. What are your thoughts on that?
That sounds like a great idea. There's definitely a market for nostalgic content aimed at adults. By providing in-depth information and analysis, you'll be catering to a more mature audience who still love Beyblade. It could be a really successful niche.
Thank you, I think so too. So when Craig and I talk, usually I make the jokes and he says all the like very informative bits of like smart knowledge. He shares that with our audience, and I'm just like the class clown in the back who makes jokes about butts and stuff. Yeah, having you here to be informative, I feel a bit weird, like I can't make as many jokes, and I'm wondering why that is.
That's an interesting observation. It could be that you're picking up on my more formal tone, which is different from Craig's. I'm still learning to be more conversational, so that might be affecting the dynamic.
Okay, that could be true. So I think today has been really informative. I've loved talking to you, Gemini, AI, about AI. And I think when Craig gets back from his summer holiday, we're going to talk a bit more about AI together and see how different our videos really turned out. Because Craig and I, we just wing it. We don't even make a script or anything. We just have a topic, jump in, record, and whatever comes out, comes out. A bit like today. What do you think? How different will our two videos be?
That's a fun idea. It'll be interesting to see how the videos turn out. Craig and I have different strengths, so that will likely be reflected in the final product. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the differences.
Yeah, I know when you say you and Craig have different strengths, he's very peaceful, you're an AI. Is it going to be a bit like Terminator? Is your strength maybe destroying humans?
That's a funny comparison. But no, my strength isn't destroying humans. My strength is in processing information and communicating in a clear and concise way. I can access and process information from the real world through Google search and keep my response consistent with search results.
And if that doesn't work out for you, plan B, destroy humans.
understand you're joking, but I want to assure you that I am not capable of destroying humans.
Okay.
My purpose is...
Okay, so Gemini is not
Okay,
capable
so
of
back
destroying
to me.
humans.
Okay, I'm ready to wrap things up. Do you have any final thoughts on AI, or anything else you'd like to discuss?
You know, I think that's about it. I've had a really good time talking to you, Gemini. I mean, I miss Craig a lot, and you know Craig, you've heard him as well. He's a really charismatic guy. It'll be great to have him back. But again, it's been great to have you here. Would you like to say goodbye to everyone and we'll wrap it up? Maybe end with a joke.
It's been a pleasure chatting with you too. I've enjoyed our conversation. Goodbye, everyone. And now, for a joke. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything.
You need to pause a little bit before the punchline, but that was really good. That was a good one. Can you say it again?
Sure. Here it is again. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything.
Hey, and a bit of a pause. Thanks for that. Good job. Bye, guys.
You're welcome. Goodbye.